The first time you ever touch a barbell, something strange happens. You walk into the gym barely able to bench the empty bar, and just a few weeks later, you're lifting weight you never thought was possible. Your arms look fuller, your strength shoots up, and everyone around you says the same thing. Wow, beginner gains. But here's the part nobody tells you. Most of those gains aren't muscle, not yet. What's really happening inside your body is far more interesting and far more powerful. Because before your body ever grows muscle, it learns. Let's break it down. When beginners start lifting, they assume strength comes from muscle size alone. Bigger muscle equals more strength. Simple, right? Not exactly. If that were true, powerlifters would all look like bodybuilders, and they don't. Strength is not just about muscle. It's about how well your nervous system can use the muscle you already have. And when you're new to training, your nervous system is terrible at its job. Inside your body, every movement you make is controlled by your brain and nervous system. When you bench press, your brain sends electrical signals down your spinal cord. Those signals activate motor units, and those motor units tell muscle fibers to contract. The problem for beginners? Their brain doesn't know which fibers to recruit, how many to recruit, or when to recruit them. Some muscle fibers fire too late, some don't fire at all. Others fight against each other. That's why the first workout feels awkward. The movement feels shaky, unstable, almost foreign. Your muscles aren't weak, your coordination is. Now here's where beginner gains really start. Every time you repeat a lift, your nervous system adapts, not by growing muscle, but by improving communication. Your brain learns how to activate more muscle fibers at once, fire them faster, synchronize them better, reduce wasted effort. This process is called neural adaptation, and it happens fast, way faster than muscle growth ever could. Think about learning to type. At first, you hunt and peck, you move slow, you make mistakes, but within weeks your fingers fly across the keyboard. Your fingers didn't grow, your brain just learned the pattern. Strength works the same way. This is why beginners can add weight almost every session, not because their muscles suddenly exploded, but because their nervous system is unlocking strength that was already there. Your body is removing its own safety brakes. There's another piece to this. When you're new to lifting, your body is overprotective. Your brain limits force output to prevent injury. It doesn't trust you yet. Heavy loads, unfamiliar movement, that's a threat. So it holds you back. But as you repeat the same lifts, your brain starts to realize, okay, this isn't dangerous. And when that fear response drops, strength skyrockets. This is why your first 3 months feel magical. You're not breaking biological rules. You're just removing limitations. Neural efficiency increases, motor unit recruitment improves, movement patterns sharpen, all before significant muscle growth even kicks in. And yes, muscle growth does happen early, but not at the speed people think. Actual hypertrophy, real muscle tissue growth, takes time. Protein synthesis, cell swelling, structural adaptation, that's slow. Neural adaptation, that's immediate. This explains a common gym mystery. Why someone can stop training, lose size, but regain strength shockingly fast when they return. Their nervous system remembers. Muscle memory isn't just muscle, it's neural memory. It also explains why beginners think they've hit a plateau later. Early progress wasn't pure muscle, it was skill. And once the nervous system adapts fully, the easy gains disappear. From that point on, muscle growth has to do the heavy lifting, literally. So if you're new to the gym, understand this: you're not weak, you're untrained. And right now, your biggest gains aren't coming from your arms or legs, they're coming from your brain. Now here's where things change. At a certain point, your nervous system stops making big leaps. The movement feels natural. The bar path is smooth. You know how to brace. You know how to generate force. And suddenly, the weight doesn't jump up every week anymore. This is the moment most people misunderstand what's happening. They think they're doing something wrong. They're not. They've simply used up their beginner gains. Once neural adaptation slows down, the body has only one option left: build more muscle. And muscle growth plays by very different rules. Real muscle growth, hypertrophy, is expensive for the body. It requires mechanical tension, enough volume, enough intensity, proper recovery, enough calories, enough protein, and time. A lot of time. Your body doesn't want to add muscle unless it absolutely has to. Muscle burns energy. Muscle requires maintenance. Muscle is survival expensive. So the body asks a question: do I really need to grow, or can I adapt another way? For beginners, the answer is easy. Adapt neurologically. For advanced lifters, that option is gone. This is why progress slows the longer you train, not because training stops working, but because you're now playing the long game. Think about it like this. Beginner strength is like learning to use all the tools in a toolbox. Advanced strength is about forging new tools. One is fast, the other is slow. But both are real. This also explains why advanced lifters don't chase novelty the same way beginners do. They don't constantly switch exercises. They don't max out every session. They don't rely on excitement. They rely on progressive overload, patience, and consistency. Because once neural gains are mostly tapped out, only one thing forces muscle to grow: more demand than last time. This is where many lifters quit. They compare their current progress to their beginner phase, and they feel like they're failing. But they're not failing. They've simply moved into a different phase of adaptation. There's another important shift that happens here. As a beginner, almost any stimulus works. As an advanced lifter, the stimulus has to be precise. Sloppy reps don't cut it. Half effort doesn't cut it. Random workouts don't cut it. The margin for growth becomes smaller, but the reward becomes deeper. This is also why advanced lifters don't look dramatically different month to month. But year to year, huge difference, because muscle growth stacks slowly, but permanently. Neural gains come fast and cap early. Muscle gains come slow, but compound. And here's something most people never hear. Beginner gains don't disappear. They set the foundation. Every neural adaptation you made early on allows you to lift heavier weights later. Heavier weights create more tension. More tension creates more growth. So those early non-muscle gains, they're the reason advanced growth is even possible. This is why the smartest lifters respect every phase. Beginners focus on learning technique, building consistency, improving coordination. Intermediate lifters focus on progressive overload, volume management, recovery. Advanced lifters focus on precision, fatigue control, long-term structure. Different phase, different rules, same goal. So if you're a beginner right now, enjoy the fast progress, but don't confuse speed with permanence. And if you're experienced, don't chase the feeling of beginner gains. Chase mastery, because the strongest physiques aren't built fast. They're built deliberately. At the end of the day, beginner gains aren't a cheat code. They're a lesson. They teach you that your body is capable of more than you think, but only if you give it a reason to adapt. First, it learns. Then, it grows. If this changed the way you look at training, hit like. It helps more than you think. Subscribe if you want science-backed fitness explained without the nonsense. And comment below where you are in your lifting journey, beginner, intermediate, or advanced. I'll see you in the next one.